All right, welcome to today's podcast, Made Simple with Kenny Springer. I'm your host, Kenny Springer. As always, I have my sidekick, Caleb, here with me. And so today we're going to be discussing, as always, some of the topics that are pressing and necessary. Now, not every subject gets pulpit time. If you go to church, you're going to hear a lot of the subjects. They're going to be about faith. They're going to be about family. They're going to be about prayer, things like that. All of it's needed, but there's a lot more to life than that which you can get in those moments. So today we're going to be talking about simple thing. Why is life hard? Why is life so difficult? Shouldn't it be easier than what it is? Why am I taking it so hard? What am I doing wrong? Am I doing anything right? Is it ever going to get easier? Now, these are things that we all face. These are challenges that we all deal with. The scriptures even talk about it and give us a roadmap on how to deal with it, how to handle it. So today we're just going to dive in and get real personable. We're going to talk about many different topics, many different subjects of why life is difficult, why it's hard, and really, what's the purpose? Why would God do it this way? There is a reason, and we're going to find that out today on Made Simple. So buckle up and let's get it started. Caleb, what's on your mind?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Why does God let life get hard? Well, why do we have to go through this? Why do tragedies happen? Why do we struggle? What is the point of having to go through just this hard, sometimes never seems to end way of life? It's just, why is it difficult? What is the purpose of us having to struggle like this sometimes?
Well, if we looked at it from 2 points of view, if you asked that question, said, why is it difficult and a struggle? Now, if you're saying from one side of the brain, why would we want the struggle? Because it's disrupting my peace.
Yeah.
Can it just be peaceful?
Yeah, no one wants it to be hard.
Nobody wants it to be hard.
Yeah.
But if you were to say, okay, let's go to the other side of the brain and say, what is necessary to make strong or to produce endurance or to make better, you'd have to say, well, there has to be challenges to be overcome. Okay, so it's just like this. If you go to the gym and you work out and you exercise, you're putting your body through challenges.
Yeah.
For a time in order to overcome those challenges, for your body to become stronger, to be better, to be healthy.
Right.
You're putting it through a test for it to pass it and to become easier, right? But even in that, even in going to the gym and exercising and being very faithful to those things, you still want to go on vacation. You still want to go to the beach. You still want to take a week off and eat pizza and ice cream and all that kind of stuff. So we want both.
Right.
Really, we want both.
Yeah.
We want life to be easy, but we want it to be exciting.
Yeah. Everyone wants to eat a double bacon cheeseburger and not gain weight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what is the purposes of challenges? Well, according to the Bible, it says, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing, this is the key word, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience, or that word patience is also translated in the Greek as endurance.
Okay,
so you have to have endurance.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. If we haven't ran in a while, and it's been a while for me, I don't know how long it's been for you.
Oh, don't ask.
But if you were to say, we're going to go outside, we're just going to run a mile.
Yeah.
We're just going to run a mile.
Yeah.
A mile it's a mile. Okay.
It's a mile. Yeah.
It's a mile. It's not that far, but it's far.
Yeah.
It's a long ways. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you were to go out and say to run a mile right now, your body, my body would feel that mile. Yeah. I'm saying. But if we ran it tomorrow and we ran it next Wednesday, next Thursday, and we did it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we compared at the end of the 2 weeks what that mile felt like at the end of 2 weeks versus the mile we'd run today.
Right.
It would be completely different.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, y'all might not believe me, but 2 weeks of running will change your life.
Yeah.
But if you were to compare the two and to say in a 2 week period of challenging my body, forcing it to rise to the occasion to meet the challenge, my body has adapted and overcome.
Yeah.
And the way you felt at the end of the 2 weeks versus how you felt at the beginning of 2 weeks is completely different. Different animal. Well, the same thing is in life. Okay, so we're hitting these challenges in life, and God allows them. And he says, no, listen, count it joy. And the only way for you to count a trial or tribulation or obstacle as a joyful thing is if you know
Right.
why it's happening. And that was your question. Why is life hard? Why does God permit this?
Mm-hmm.
So he says, count it to be joy. And listen, let's be honest. You can't count it joy if you don't know why it's happening.
Right. Yeah.
If you don't know what God's trying to produce in you
Right.
through the trial, you ain't going to count it joy.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God my car broke down today.
Yeah.
Thank God that my body hurts today. Oh, thank God my money's dried up today.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I'm broke. Nobody says that.
No.
So you can't count it as joy because of that struggle. Unless you know
Mm-hmm.
that the struggle is there to produce endurance.
Okay.
Meaning, God's allowed it in order to be like the weights in the gym, to be pressure against you
Yeah.
so that you could overcome it. Well, how do you overcome it? By faith. The testing of your faith
Right.
produces endurance. So when the trials come, what God's doing, the testing's coming, what God's doing is he's testing you to get you and me to speak faith. He wants faith to come out of our hearts. He wants faith to come out of our lives. So he's like, I'm going to test you
Mm-hmm.
and allow pressure to come on you to get the word to come out. And when the word comes out, is going to produce this endurance of faith.
Yeah.
You're going to get to where every time pressure is applied, faith comes out of you.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, that's what we're doing. You go to exercise. That's we're using that as an analogy today. You go to the gym and you push weight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you're doing that, your body responds to the challenge to the point that any time weight is pushed on you, you push back.
Yeah.
So what the Lord's saying is, I'm going to allow pressure to push on your faith so that your faith will push back.
Okay.
So that no matter what situation you get into that pushes you and pressures you, faith will push it back. That
Okay.
you will speak by faith. You will walk by faith and not by sight. You'll live by faith. All of that. He's trying to get faith to come out of your heart.
Yeah.
And the only way to get faith to come out of your heart is to pressurize it.
Yeah.
It's not to incentivize it with pleasure.
Yeah.
It's to pressurize it
Yeah.
through pain.
Yeah. You can't get a diamond without a whole lot of pressure.
That's right.
Yeah. Almost sounds like you're talking about character development.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of the point of all this? Is God trying to? No, I say character. I don't mean
No,
TV
you're
actor.
right.
I
I'm
mean-
laughing because I know what I'm about to say. You are correct.
Yeah, it
You
sounds
are
like
correct.
it's some character development. And explain that to me. Why would God want to develop our character?
The reason that God wants to develop character is because it requires character to function in your call
Okay.
correctly. Okay, imagine it this way. The calling on your life is from God.
Mm-hmm.
The character to carry the call is you.
Okay. Okay.
Go back to the Old Testament when Saul became the first king of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, God called him to be king, but Saul's character was so low he couldn't be king,
Mhm.
the right king. Now,
Right.
was he in the office? Yes. Did he have the authority? Yes. Did he have the palace? Yes. Did he have the wives? Yes. Did he have the army? Yes.
Yeah.
Did he have the prosperity? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, he had everything the office afforded to him.
Mm-hmm.
What he didn't have is longevity
Mm-hmm.
and success. Why? His character was poor.
Okay.
So the call was from God, but the function of the man was from the man.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people who are in office of some sort, and their character disqualifies them
Yeah.
from being successful.
Yeah.
From presidents,
Mm-hmm.
presidents can be elected, they can be ordained of God to be in the office, but they can mishandle it.
Yeah.
Mayors can be put into office. They can have authority, but their character can disqualify them from being successful in the purpose of God.
Yeah.
A husband can be married, and he can be in the office of a husband, but his character can so disqualify him from being successful
Yeah.
in his marriage as a godly man.
Yeah.
A woman can be in the office of a wife and called by God to be there, and her character disqualify her from being successful.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you're not in the office. Doesn't mean you're not the wife. Doesn't mean you're not the husband. Doesn't mean you're not the mayor. Doesn't mean you're not the president. You
Right.
got the office.
Right.
You just didn't get the success. So the call is from God.
Mhm.
The character is of man. This is why he says many are called.
Yeah.
Few are chosen or
Mhm.
made successful.
Gotcha.
So everything that God's trying to do is to develop our character.
Yeah.
You're born with the call.
Right.
You don't stumble into a call.
Right.
You're born in with the call.
Yeah.
And then all through your life, God's trying to develop your character to answer that call and be successful.
Gotcha. So is hardship the only way to get character development? I mean, obviously you're going to keep that lesson, but what other ways can character be developed?
Character is developed in every situation of life. For instance, you say, is hardship the only way? We know that a lot of character is developed in hard times.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But it's also developed in good times.
Okay.
Think about this. Our kids, they go out and they play sports. They learn how to be a team. They learn how to win. They learn how to lose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so what we're really teaching them, not only the principles of the sport,
Yeah.
you're also teaching them the character of winning and losing.
Yeah.
So whenever you lose, we teach them, hey, be a good loser.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't complain. Don't say it was the ref's fault. Don't
Yeah.
take the L and take it on the chin and go practice, come back, be better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then we also talk about don't show poor sportsmanship
Yeah.
because you won.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get out there and be cocky and bragging and all this stuff. So same thing in life. So poverty teaches character.
Oh yeah.
Having nothing will teach you to have character, which is what? How to have faith, how to be grateful, how to be respectful, how to be humble.
Yeah.
But on the other side, prosperity teaches the same thing. Lessons come from that. How do you walk in prosperity yet remain humble, generous, kind, and loving? All those kind of things. So God uses every opportunity in life to teach you character.
Yeah.
How are you going to handle this?
Yeah.
Are you going to, if you're the CEO, are you going to respect the janitor as much as you do the vice president of the
Yeah.
company?
Yeah.
That's character. If you don't, you've got poor character.
Yeah.
Well, I'm above that. No, you're not. Lose that job and watch. You'll be begging for the janitor's job,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So God wants us to learn character in every way. So he'll use everything, every single thing
Gotcha.
to better us.
Yeah. So why does God want us to have good character? Obviously, in the world, good character, can really help you out. If you have a bad character, no one likes you, no one wants anything to do with you. You can run a business having bad character, even if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And someone with good character can make it skyrocket, and they don't have any management skills whatsoever. But in Christianity and following your calling, what is the point of having that good character?
Number one, if you're a Christian, you are Christ-like.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means to be Christian, is to be like Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's required in a Christian to have good character because you are a reflection of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
So God wants you to develop the character not only for your own benefit,
Mm-hmm.
that you would know him and act like him, be like him, be successful in faith towards God like Christ was, but he also says, you're representing me.
Yeah.
And you need to have good character. And sadly, a lot of Christians don't have this good character.
Yeah.
I deal with this, thankfully, not in our church that I know of, but I
Yeah.
hear of it from other people outside of the churches and
Yeah.
this church. And they'll say things like this. Like, I have a friend, a very good friend, big businessman, very, very wealthy, very, very influential. And his children are struggling to believe in God.
Okay.
Okay. Now, everything this man does is to establish and set his children up
Mm-hmm.
for their future life. He's a good man. And his children do not want to go to church. They do not want to believe in God. They'll say things like, well, I believe that there's a God, but how do we know that the God of the Bible is God? Same
Yeah.
question, good questions.
Yeah.
Good
yeah,
questions.
Yeah.
My friend doesn't know how to answer them.
Okay. Okay.
Now, he was raised in this one particular denomination, this one particular church, his whole life, and he will not venture out.
Okay.
Now, He may be watching this podcast whenever it comes out, and if so, you know who you are. You know I'm talking to you, and listen very closely. You want to save your children, but you won't even venture out to go find what they need to give to them. You need to go to another church.
Yeah.
Well, I love my church. My family goes to this church. It's like you're responsible from you down, not you up.
Yeah.
Mama's in that church. Okay?
Yeah.
All that stuff, that's fine. But from you down is your responsibility.
Yeah.
And so he needs to take his sons and daughters and just, you're coming over here. Let's go see if we can find the answers that you're looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, in all of the characterizations of this, right? His son is struggling to have faith, struggling to have this, and it's imperative for us as Christians to be reflective
Yeah.
of Christ,
Yeah.
so that they see our character and trust us.
Yeah.
Because what you're trying to tell them in words isn't received if your character isn't trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
You can have somebody that you know is shady
Yeah.
tell you the truth. They could open the Bible and read it to you.
Oh,
And because you don't trust their character, you're like, nah, your intentions are wrong.
Yeah.
And you won't listen.
Yeah.
You can have somebody who has nothing in life and it seems like they're just invisible to the world and nobody sees them. And they can stand up and open the Bible and read it. But because you think that their heart is right and their character is right, you'll listen.
Yeah.
Character is vitally important to people receiving what you say.
Yeah.
And God knows this.
Yeah.
That's why Jesus, obviously sinless,
Yeah.
but his character was without blemish.
Yeah.
Without blemish. Even to the point when they came and arrested him, he said, listen, the son of perdition has come, but he's got nothing in me.
Yeah.
Got nothing against me. Nothing he can say. When they tried to find witnesses to have him crucified, to condemn him, they couldn't even find his enemies to agree on what they were saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
But that was character.
Yeah. So, can you recognize? Let me ask it this way: how would you recognize your own character and notice the faults in it, if you had any? Everyone does, but
Yeah.
significant faults that you might not recognize.
Two ways. Listen, if you want to detect fault in your own character, two ways. Number one, listen to other people.
Yeah.
If other people tell you you are a jerk, pay attention.
Yeah.
If other people tell you you're rude, and you're like, no, I'm not, pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
If other people are telling you this and other things are showing you this and you don't agree with it, that's not what I am. That's not who I am. Listen, if everybody sees you that way, they're seeing your character.
Yeah.
It may not be your intent,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it is your character,
Mm-hmm.
right? So listen to other people.
Okay.
There's a big push in the world and everybody and stuff's like, let them, get tattoos on them.
Oh,
let them
man.
talk.
Yeah.
Well, if they keep talking about how stupid you are or rude you are or selfish you are, and you're like, let them talk. Listen, you're just not developing your own character.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna let them tell me how to be. Listen, we're not changing your heart. You're changing your character,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? I've got a friend of mine. I say he's a friend. And he's got a good heart. I talked to him privately, and he wants God. Maybe you're watching right now. You're a local guy. And you want God. You want to be baptized. You want all this stuff. You want the Lord. You're a business owner. In his heart, he's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
But your character is trash.
Mm. Yeah.
It's trash. And here's why. Because you're super solid, but you're super quick to out people, to condemn people, to threaten people. To you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Okay, so the character is so hard that nobody wants to be around it.
Gotcha.
And the only people that will be around it are people who can handle that type of thing because they're used to it, which is just
Yeah.
abusive.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. So the character needs developed.
Yeah.
The heart's good. It's just wild.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just
Yeah.
a wild bush, just growing in every direction. No structure, nothing like that. It could produce fruit. It could do great. It could be useful. But the character of the man is what is brought into question.
Yeah.
And so even though, I mean, your business would thrive. It would take over the community if the character was cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
But, you can say it to some people and they'll be like, well, I'm going to keep it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Yeah.
bowing to nobody. Listen, you can keep it real and still have a genuine, pleasant character.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You ain't got to cuss everybody out.
No.
You ain't got to threaten everybody. Do your job. Do it well. Stand up for yourself. Be an American. Be a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be strong. But you don't have to flex on everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. You talking's bringing up a known character that is kind of hard to deal with, and that's everyone else is the problem. There's nothing wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know many people with that mentality. How do you get over that or help them get over that? Because that one destroys a lot of bridges.
Man, if you... Okay, we're looking at it, I guess, how do you help that person?
Mm-hmm.
That is nearly impossible.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
because it goes back
yeah.
to, I was saying there's two ways to detect your own faults.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I said there's one is listen to other people. Okay, so if there's a person who's like this, always someone else's fault, man, you can point them out the issues, and they're still just, it doesn't change them. They're just going to blame somebody
Yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so them listening to other people, they're going to have to choose to do that,
Yeah.
right? And they spent their whole life not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other way to develop the character is God's going to have to do it through the challenges.
Gotcha.
And that's called hitting rock bottom.
Yeah.
And this is avoidable in most cases.
Mm-hmm.
And you would want to avoid this in most cases. But there are times in our lives, in certain subjects, some of you watching, every subject of life,
Yeah.
others, some subjects of life, you will hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
And you're going to get down to where it's just you.
Yeah.
You can't blame other people. And if you do, nobody cares.
Yeah.
They've all left you. They've
Yeah.
all forgotten you. You're on your own. Nobody's coming to help.
Everyone's washed their hands clean of you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And even if it's not your whole life, it'll be on that subject.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Okay, so listen to other people. That's one way. If you want to do that, get ready. You're going to hit rock bottom eventually.
Yeah.
God will use that as a way to get your attention,
Yeah.
to save your life, to save your relationships, to save situations.
Mm-hmm.
Rock bottom. How many men have ended up in a divorce, hit rock bottom, and then all of a sudden said, wait a minute, I have been a jerk. I have been selfish. I have lost the thing that I love the most, right?
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. And then they try to do what? Number one, they try to fix it, oftentimes lie.
Yeah.
Baby, I'll be better. I'll be better.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you've proven your character.
Yeah.
And she walks away. Then the man's got a choice. Become bitter, become better. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If he decides, okay, I'm going to be better, he's at rock bottom. He's going to say, okay, now I'm at rock bottom. How can I rebuild on this foundation of this new revelation that I've been bad?
Yeah.
Same thing with women. A woman going through a divorce, same thing, same problem. Whatever, any relationship, friendship. I know people who've lost their jobs, who have hit rock bottom and realized, listen, I was a bad employee.
Yeah.
And stuff. So rock bottom will teach you how to be better if you pay attention.
Yeah.
But we all know people who've hit rock bottom and then started digging,
Yeah. You never thought they could get deeper, and they still somehow managed
Yeah.
to just make it worse. Yeah. It's rough seeing that,
Yeah.
but you can't do nothing for them.
So the best thing that you can do is develop your character on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not out of if you get into a situation where you have to develop your character out of desperation for
Mhm.
survival, man, it's tough. It's
Yeah.
rough. It's hard. If you can develop your character based on a decision to be a better person, to be more godly,
Yeah.
you're better off.
Yeah.
You're way, way better off.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd like to clarify something while we're in this. Character, we're not talking about personality, so to speak, necessarily. I mean, we're talking about how you act and how you walk into things. You know, we're not telling you to change your whole being of who you are, but you need to fix some things, how you handle them and just how you walk in life, you know.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, they're closely personality and
close.
character are cousins.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're very close. So a personality, that is your mannerisms.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's kind of the attitude.
Your quirks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, every personality needs tweaked.
Yeah, it does.
So take y'all's favorite little Christian song out there and throw it out.
I
It's
don't-
not doctrinally correct.
I know which one you're talking about, too.
I know because you hear me grap about it
You
all
do,
the
and
time.
I can't even listen to it anymore. You've run me on it.
I
but
know. Everybody loves it. Everybody
I
loves
know,
it.
it's-
And it is a pretty song, and her voice is
It
beautiful.
It is.
But what she's saying is so destructive and selfish.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm perfect just as I am. He loves me.
Yeah.
It's all about me. I'm the prize and stuff. Listen, no. Every personality can stand to be tweaked.
Yeah.
Some more than others.
Yeah.
Right? But a personality needs to it needs to be placed into the things of God. Okay, see, my youngest daughter, Sydney, you know her.
Oh, yeah.
She's 9 years old, and she's got a personality like a tornado,
Oh, yeah.
like a. But I know it's a gift from God.
Yeah. You have to experience Sydney to know what we're talking about. Wonderful girl, but she's
If you get near her, you will experience her. She will
Yeah.
make sure you experience her.
oh yeah.
Right? She will tell you. She's 9, but thinks she's 39,
Oh yeah.
and thinks like a 39-year-old.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
It's a gift from God.
Yeah.
A gift from God. Her personality is a gift from God.
Oh, yeah.
But here's what I know. As strong as her personality is, it must be governed.
Yes.
It must be trained and used properly, or it could become destructive.
Yeah.
She could hurt a lot of people in her future
Yeah.
with her personality.
Yeah.
Or she can set a lot of people free.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to the character development of her personality is going to be imperative. That's the key, and it's the same for many people.
Yeah.
Your personality is a gift from God.
Yeah.
But the character doesn't come from God.
Yeah.
Character comes from your decisions. Your personality, that's who you are, right? I mean, you're born that way. You're born with these talents and these gifts and these expressions. And some people are more charismatic.
Yeah.
You know, people ask me all the time, Pastor, how can you just talk to everybody? How are you not afraid of crowds? I don't know. It's just my personality,
Yeah.
right? And they're like, I would be terrified to stand in front of crowds. I'm like, well, I'm kind of scared to talk to a person one-on-one. You
Yeah.
know, it's just our personalities.
Yeah.
Okay. The personality comes from God. The character, how you interact, how you think, and how you treat people, that is you.
Yeah.
That is you. How you handle the truth, how you deal with a lie, how you handle money, how you handle all of these things. Those are character
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
And so if you have, whatever your personality has to be tweaked,
Yeah.
managed stuff, and that's going to happen based on your character.
Yeah. 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 You're right. I'd like to go back to what we were talking about with the results of being of bad character. You can hit rock bottom and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For a Christian, though, having bad character, how does that affect others around you?
Well, never in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at it like this. How many people, both in the church and outside the church, do not like people of faith or in the church because of church people?
Yeah. Church hurt.
Church hurts.
Yeah.
Right? So you hear this all the time. The church is full of hypocrites.
Yeah.
You never hear them say the world's full of hypocrites.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You never hear, the business full of hypocrites.
Yeah.
It's always the church. Why? because the church is not supposed to have hypocrites in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all do things hypocritical. We
Yeah.
all do.
Oh yeah.
But to live a life of hypocrisy is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The difference, for those listening, a hypocrite is one who believes one thing and does something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now we all believe the Bible to be the Word of God. We
Yeah.
all sometimes find ourselves doing something contrary. So that's hypocritical.
Yes. Yeah.
But to live a life of hypocrisy means I'm willfully telling you yes, but I'm willfully not doing it
Yeah.
as a lifestyle.
Yeah. That do what I say, not as I do
Yeah.
mentality.
Yeah. Y'all need to act right, repent of your sins, quit acting this way, and then they go out and they gossip about everybody. They go out and they're
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
they're bitter, they're ugly,
Yeah.
right? So they're telling everybody else how to live, but they won't tell themselves how to live.
Exactly.
That's a life of hypocrisy.
Yes.
Okay. That's what you want to avoid.
Okay.
But because they haven't avoided that poor character
Mm-hmm.
of gossip and complaining and laziness and all that stuff that character has reflected onto people to where they think that that's what God's people are like.
Yeah.
Preachers who go out and do things and get exposed and stuff like that, make faults, make mistakes, or just willfully go out and act foolishly and ugly.
Mm-hmm.
That reflects onto the believers, to the congregation, to people who see it.
Yeah.
And so their lack of good character hurts people that
Yeah.
way, you know. So it's important to
Yeah.
now. Is anybody perfect? No.
Right.
Is your personality perfect? No. Is your character perfect? No. But you ought to be perfectly trying.
Exactly.
Give your all to make your personality, a good personality.
Yeah.
Develop your character. Have the cleanest, best, most genuine character that you can have. And listen, let me clear this up. Good character doesn't mean you're just soft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, good character is you burn a flag, it's going to cost you a tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Going to knock it out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You burn a flag in front of me, I don't care who you are. Tell me you're going to burn a flag. Come out, I'll give you my address. Come burn a flag in my yard, and you're going to bleed over that
Mm-hmm.
from your nose.
Yeah.
And someone says, "Oh my God, brother, that's rough and tough." Listen, there's character.
Yeah.
So sometimes character stands up
Yeah.
for what is right.
Yeah.
Doesn't always lay down. So don't think when we're talking about personalities and character that you've got to become some soft, delicate flower.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you just good character is you're right.
Yeah. You're correct in it.
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah. How's the best practice to walk to strive for that perfect good character? You said perfectly try. How do you perfectly try?
Trust God.
Okay.
Trust God in what you're doing. So whenever you're going through whatever you're going through in life, if you will try to do it the way that God says to do it, it will develop your character correctly.
Okay.
And it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, brother. I remember 20 years ago, I went through, I'll just be honest, I went through a divorce 20 years ago. Some of y'all aren't going to like that. I didn't have anything, I didn't have no say-so of it. Tried to stop it, all that stuff 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Couldn't do nothing about it. Prayed, sought God, stood, had faith. She didn't want it. She still doesn't. She's still gone. She's
Yeah.
still out there in the wind, twisting away, right? Okay, so going through that, it did develop some character.
Mm-hmm.
It did.
Yeah.
Tremendous character in some areas. Okay, so now the challenge of that was I was very bitter. I was very angry. There was another man involved.
Yeah.
She ended up marrying that man, having a child with that man. She's since divorced that man, and he did her and stuff. So I was very bitter and very angry about that whole situation, as could be understood.
Oh yeah.
I wanted harm for that man.
Yeah.
I didn't want nothing good for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the Lord had me to pray for him, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. That's tough.
I came into the office one morning, and he said, "I want you to pray for him." And I said, "I don't want to pray for him.
Yeah.
I can feel it in my heart." And I was like, "No. If I pray for him, and listen, y'all, hear the whole story." I said, "If I pray for him, I'm going to pray he goes straight to hell." Now, I'm a pastor.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
you're not supposed to feel that way. I know I wasn't supposed to feel that way, but I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt that way.
Yeah.
I was angry. I was hurt. I was betrayed. All this kind of stuff. So the Lord said, I want you to pray for him, and I didn't want to.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't even know what to pray. He said, what is my will?
Yeah.
Well, I knew what the will of God was for the man. I did not like the will of God for him.
Yeah.
See, my character was, no, I want you to forgive me, but I don't want you to forgive him.
Mm-hmm.
My personality was, I want to take this into my own hands, and I want revenge.
Yeah.
And so my character was poor in that moment because I did not have the character of God.
Yeah.
I had the character of man.
Yeah.
I wanted vengeance. I wanted punishment. I wanted judgment. I would quote scripture to God that was favorable to me and condemning to him.
Yeah.
And the Lord said, what's my will? I said, I growled. I said, yeah, that he would be saved,
Mm-hmm.
that he would not go to hell, that he would become your son like I am. He said, pray that. Brother, I couldn't escape it, so I went over and prayed. And this is, I'm telling you, everybody listen, when I prayed that prayer that day, I prayed it under duress.
Mm-hmm.
I prayed it only because I knew God put it on my heart to do it. I felt like I didn't hear an audible voice. I heard it in my spirit.
Yeah.
I knew it was the voice of God. And I did not like it. I didn't like it one bit. I didn't agree with God. I didn't want God. I didn't want to give God permission if he needed it
Yeah.
to do this. Nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want no part of this.
Yeah.
But I was like, but I'm not so dumb to think I can't at least do what he said.
Yeah.
I was like a child that got in trouble for having a dirty room, and the dad came and said, I want you to clean this room. And the son gets up and cleans it while he's crying. My kids do it all the time, right?
Oh, yeah.
You clean this room, and,
I know
there's the
what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah. And so I'm in there cleaning the room
Yeah.
in tears.
Yeah.
Not because I wanted to, not because I thought it was a good idea, not because I was proud to be able to do this. I was doing it under duress of the Father's authority.
Yeah.
So that's how I prayed that first day.
Mm-hmm.
And I got up after a short prayer, 2 minutes probably.
Yeah.
Lord.
That aggressive throwing it in the toy box type
Yes.
prayer. Yeah.
Yeah. It ain't
Yeah.
nothing good about what I was doing. There was nothing good. And listen, my prayer didn't affect God.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God wasn't going, okay, that's a solid prayer, brother. No. What was happening was that prayer was pressurizing me into a change.
Yeah.
Because if God hadn't, I would probably still hate that man. I would just let it set in.
Yeah.
And just be like, that dirty old guy, he did this, that, whatever. Yeah. Okay. The pressure of that on my life caused me to either run or change.
Yeah.
I was smart enough, and I'm not very smart, still not very smart, but smart enough not to tell God no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can act like don't hear him, would you say? What? Is that you, Lord?
Yeah.
I can fake a lot of things trying to get out of what God's trying to, but I cannot say no to God
Yeah.
if I know it's God.
Yeah.
I'm not that dumb.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah, that I respect and fear him and love him enough that whatever he asks, I'm going to say yes. I may throw the toys in the toy box like you were saying, be mad about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he did. Okay, so 2 minutes into it, I pray, and I get up, and I'm like, and I went out, and that man, I didn't feel nothing the rest of the day. I let it get out of my mind. I was like, thank God that's over.
Yeah.
The next day, I come into the office, deja vu.
Yeah.
God did this to me in such a way that I could not explain it away.
Yeah.
It could only be God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't be happenstance, circumstance, coincidence. The way God did it, he made it to where it's like, this is me.
Yeah.
So the second day I come in, and it's like deja vu. I come into the building, I open up the door to my office, and in the exact same footprint of where I was the day before, I heard the exact same voice, the exact same feeling, the exact same question. I want you to pray for him. I said it out loud like a crazy man in a office. Nobody's in the building.
Yeah.
I open the door. I hear him. I want you to pray for him. I turned and looked like God was standing there. I said, I prayed for him yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pray. And the Lord said, I want you to pray for him. I said, he said, what's my will for him? I said, that he be saved. And grumbled around. Well, I went over and knelt down and started to pray. And to this day, the only thing that was different was the first day I was so mad. If God were to hold a gun to my head, that was day one.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because you're telling me to, but believe me, my heart is not in this at all.
Yeah.
Day two, I walk around and pray, and I think about it just a little bit. I'm like, man, I don't want to, but I know that this is right. I accept that you're right and I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be wrong. I wish you'd just let me be wrong and let me be mad, let me be ticked off.
Yeah.
If you let me be mad, I'll just stay mad.
Yeah.
You be right, you just stay right.
Yeah.
We just won't talk about this.
Yeah.
So I prayed.
Yeah.
And I prayed maybe 3 minutes that day. Got up, went on. Everything was fine. Day three, come in. I'm not even thinking about it, brother.
Yeah.
I come into the building. I walk over to my office. I take the door knob to my office. I twist it. I open it up. And in the same footprints of the first 2 days, I hear God say, I want you to pray for him.
Yeah.
I want you to pray my will for him.
Yeah.
Now, I told you I wasn't that smart. And I'm not, because I've made a lot of dumb decisions in my life. Like I said the other day, I am the stupidest person that I know.
Yeah.
Because I know every stupid decision I've made.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know of one or two of you that you've made.
Yeah. I'm the stupidest person I know, believe me.
I know 100 of them that I've made. So
Yeah.
that makes me, in my mind, stupider than
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. So the third day I hear that, I go over, I kneel down on the couch there, and I begin to pray. And before I do, I turn to my own heart. Instead of doing what God was telling my mind and me to do out of obedience, my heart was not in it, right? And you can have that. You can profess God from your mind, but your heart be far from him.
Yeah.
You can pray from your mind and your heart be far from that prayer.
Yeah.
That's where it was those first 2 days. The third day, I said to myself, all right, obviously God's going to do this every day of my life.
Yeah.
Let me focus on this.
Yeah.
And I began to think, do you really, would all that you wanted for him, I hope he goes to hell for, all that bad stuff that was, I faced and said, do I really want that?
Yeah.
And I realized I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it for me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want it for him. And I don't want him to be away from God, not know God. I'm a preacher. I want everybody to know God.
Yeah.
Except for this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I stopped for a minute and I thought about it. And in that moment, my character began to change.
Yeah.
Because where I was justified in my anger, I might have been justified to be mad, but I was not justified to be in sin.
Mm-hmm.
Be angry, but sin not. And so my character was one of a wrong spirit. I wanted this guy to pay. I wanted him to hurt. I wanted, all that kind of stuff. So I prayed the third day, and I prayed it from my heart.
Yeah.
When I got up at the end of that prayer, God has supernaturally reached into me and uprooted a root of bitterness.
Yeah.
I couldn't lay that root of bitterness down. I had tried. You've heard people say, y'all's whole lives, everyone listen to this, oh, just lay it down. Just give it to God. Sometimes you cannot lay it down. You cannot give it to God.
Yeah.
Someone says, I'm just going to lay lust down. How? How do you just choose not to lust?
Yeah.
You can choose to protect yourself and remove yourself from some opportunities of lust.
Yeah.
But how do you just take lust and say, here's lust, I'm just going to lay it down, I'm never going to pick it up again?
Yeah.
If you're an angry person, how do you just take anger and lay it down and say, I'm just never going to be angry again?
Mm-hmm.
Those are things that are inside of your character, your personality, and your mindset and stuff. You know? And so people are always saying, just lay it down, brother.
Mm-hmm.
How? So I didn't lay it down, I laid me down.
Yeah.
You need to hear that again. I didn't lay it down, I laid me down. I stopped wanting my will.
Yeah.
I stopped wanting my vengeance. I started wanting my justification. I stopped wanting all of my will, and I accepted the will of the Father. I laid my will down in front of the Father
Yeah.
and took up his will. And when I did, he reached inside of my heart and he grabbed hold of the root of bitterness and he pulled it out of me.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
But when I got up, I did not hate that man.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that man at the gym last night, and me and him talk like we're old friends. We talk about old cars. We talk about stuff. And I'm telling you, brother, I got no animosity to him. We laugh about it,
Yeah.
if it can be.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing. It is 100% God that did it. And the only way that happened was I laid me down
Yeah.
and allowed God to transform my character.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people are not doing.
Yeah.
You're trying to lay your problem down when you need to lay you down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus said, Father, not my will, your will.
Yeah.
And he laid himself down onto the cross
Yeah.
for the Father. And God raised him up.
Yeah.
Humble yourself in the mighty presence of God, and he will raise you up. So quit trying to lay lust down, because you can't.
Yeah.
You go lay down. Quit trying to lay anger down. You can't.
Yeah.
Greed, selfishness. How do you just lay it down and just quit it? I'm just going to make a decision to quit it.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
And the minute you think you got victory over it and you lower your guard, watch. It's still there.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you're in this flesh, the corruption of this flesh is with you.
Yeah.
So what do? Lay you down.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. And we've been talking a lot about, positive character development and stuff, but we see the negative side of it too. And now with media coverage and social media, we see more of it and more of people that are in the call that we call it, a pastoral position or something like that. It seems they, out of nowhere, they have been called out or caught, have their character just shifted into something wrong, or even their beliefs will shift into something different. It seems like just a quick character shift, and it just starts going downhill. What has happened in that moment? They seem like they're on fire, they're following the call, they're doing what they're supposed to, and then just the brakes get hit and they slam it into reverse. What is happening on that kind of character shift?
Most generally, it's not a quick shift.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quick reveal.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Like I have a pastor friend who's going through deconstruction, as he calls it now, on a lot of stuff. And I just found out about 3 weeks ago on a lot of these things that he's talking about. And he's probably not watching my podcast, but if you are, I told you it's heresy. The scripture tells you this is wrong.
Yeah.
You need to study before you start following that path.
Yeah.
But I asked him, I said, how long have you been thinking like this? And he says, since 2020. This is 2025.
So 5 years.
I said, so for 5 years you've been thinking about this and you've not even brought it up to me? We're pastors. We function together. We've talked about scriptures and religion and faith and problems and family. I said, how could something so big not ever be brought up in some of our conversations?
Yeah.
And, he didn't say anything, but to me, it was instant.
Yeah.
Because 4 weeks ago, I thought we was pretty much running in harmony, unison on our faith, and our churches are similar and our faiths are similar, just things like that. And And this 3 weeks ago, I was like, oh my God, this changes your whole church, your whole faith. His church doesn't even know yet.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is either going to make your church heretical or it's going to end your church.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was surprised. But for him, it'd been going on for 5 years.
Yeah.
I have only known about it for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So see, it's not really what you were mentioning. It's normally not a quick shift in the character.
Uh-huh.
It's a quick reveal of character.
Okay.
And you'll notice that, a lot of
I
times
can see that.
a person's character may get revealed in a moment. You may think, hey, Joe on our job, he's one of the most mild, most softly spoken guys you've ever meet.
Yeah.
And then one day he comes in and something happens on the job and he explodes.
Yeah.
And it seems out of character. Seems out of it's not his personality, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, what in the world happened to Joe? And then his family's like, oh, you just don't know Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
In public, he's
Yeah.
quiet and very gentle and stuff, but at home,
Mm-hmm.
well, see, his character's already there. It's just got a quick reveal.
Yeah.
So character is developed,
Yeah.
like we're saying. So it takes a process. You didn't get your character overnight, and you don't change your character overnight.
Yeah.
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 So
So it's like building characters is a lifelong process, pretty much.
it is. It is. Absolutely. Because our character evolves and develops and gets stronger, gets weaker,
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. I know some people who have had some very, very strong character when it comes to morals and right and wrong. And as they get older, those morals soften, lines get blurred, and
Yeah.
they begin to whatever's different and stuff like that. The churches have done it.
Yeah.
If you go back 100 years ago, the way the church, the character of the church versus the character of the church today is completely different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Complete in almost every regard.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it happens.
Yeah.
But it's usually a quick reveal, but not a quick change.
Yeah. All right. So what does the Bible say about maintaining your character and walking toward a path of having a better character?
Number one, let God develop your character, and He's going to do it through pressure.
Okay.
And all pressure is not always bad, negative pressure.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? For instance, the number one thing that you'll hear a lot of people say is, okay, money.
Mm-hmm.
Money will reveal character.
Oh yeah.
And people without money always think they'll have a better character when they get money,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have any money, but if I did, boy, I would open up a soup kitchen. It's like, well, you're not even volunteering at the soup kitchen right now.
Yeah,
You don't have to be worried about the bills just go down there and scoop soup.
Yeah.
But you don't even do that.
Yeah.
So they think that things will change when the situation changes. The reality is, just because your situation changes doesn't mean your character does.
Yeah. It's like the lottery statistics. I think only 5% of lottery winners still have $1 million the following year after winning almost $1 billion.
Yeah.
Their character didn't change. They lost it all.
Yeah.
And then they're right back to, oh, well, I guess I got to play it again. Hopefully I'll win one more time.
Yeah.
I'll be smarter this time, though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know what you mean.
Yeah. So allow God to develop your character. He'll do it through pressure.
Mhm.
And the pressure could be, what we would consider negative pressure, meaning hardship or difficulties. But there's also times that the pressure to do right with good,
Yeah.
to be generous,
Mhm.
to be kind, to be loving, to be patient. Your character is developed there because, we're given opportunity all the time to be patient.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What
Yeah.
will you do? I'll tell you, kind of in closing, we kind of ended today, but one of the ways that the Lord has worked on me to develop character is while I'm driving. Which is,
Amen.
It's a funny thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm generally a nice person, and considerate and stuff. But when I'm driving, I cannot understand why some people do the things they do.
Yeah. I try to watch it, but man, I'm a different person when I'm driving. I don't know why I do it, but man,
Yeah.
yeah,
I would never call somebody just a dummy, right?
Yeah.
You know, me sitting in the room, you dummy. But when I'm behind the wheel, I'm like, what are you stupid, man? What are you doing, you dummy?
yeah,
You know, and stuff like that. But I remember pulling up to a 4-way stop sign, and I pulled up, and a gentleman pulled up across from me, and we kind of meet there at the same time, and you're not sure who's supposed to go.
yeah.
And so I pulled up there, and I thought he pulled up first, so I was letting him go,
Mm-hmm.
and he was letting me go, and I was a little bit in a hurry, and I was like, "Come on, man, go." He wouldn't go.
Yeah.
I was like, "Come on, you dummy, go!" And he's waving me on to
Yeah.
go, and I'm mad at him.
Yeah.
And so finally, I take a go across the intersection like a jerk. And as soon as I crossed over the intersection, and the Lord said, "You're mad at him for being nice to you."
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I thought about that, and I was like, "Oh my God, here I am calling him an idiot, dummy, learn to drive, while he was being polite and allowing me to go first."
Yeah.
And I realized my character in that moment. He showed it to me. I was like, I am being a Class A jerk
Yeah.
to someone who is trying to be a Class A friend.
Yeah.
I mean, just here, go right ahead. It might be my turn, but I give you the right of way. And he
Yeah.
was waving me on politely,
Yeah.
and I'm over here, and I thought about it. I said, my God. And I saw myself in that moment, and I realized that's bad.
Yeah.
I am being horrible
Yeah.
to someone who's trying to be nice to me. And that's kind of sparked a little thought in me, for the next few months, actually. And it seemed like every time I'd get behind the wheel, the Lord was using it. I was behind someone, and they were driving the speed limit, and I was mad.
Mm.
Right? And I was like, come on, get out of the way, slowpoke, and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, people got to get somewhere, grandma,
Yeah.
So I'm all mad. And I look down, we're doing the speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel the Lord said to my heart, He says, you're mad at them for obeying the law?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I thought, oh, man. And it was probably a couple months. I feel like I almost got to where I didn't want to drive because I was like, I am getting in trouble every time I get behind the wheel, getting corrected. God's got something to say about everything I'm doing. Well, He was developing my character because it was bad.
Yeah.
But my dad, my earthly dad, taught me that road rage.
Yeah.
That's how he taught me to drive. They won't move over. You get up on their bumper.
Yeah.
You put your headlights in their rear view mirror and you make them move.
Yeah.
And if they finally pull over, when you drive by, my mom used to get on to him all the time. He would drive by and he would give them called the stink eye, right? So
Yeah.
they finally move over. He would drive by and just stare them down like that, And so that's maybe where I learned the aggression when I was driving. But
And I'm the guy in the front slowing down because you're on my bumper.
bad character there too.
I know.
see?
I'm working on it. I
Yeah,
am working
yeah,
on it.
yeah.
It's going through the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Same way.
So
Brake check 'em.
We just need to get some of those self-driving cars. We'll avoid that lesson altogether right there.
Yeah.
But nah.
Yeah.
But-
Character development's everywhere if you allow it to be. And the reason that God's trying to develop your character is so you'll be successful
Yeah.
in what He's called you to do.
Yeah. Amen.
Poor character will cause you to be unsuccessful.
Yeah. Sounds pretty simple.
It is. It's simple as I can make it.
Yep.
Well, listen, if you have enjoyed today's podcast and it's made simple, made easy, understandable, and you enjoyed it, listen, right now as you're watching, just hit the like button. Subscribe to us. Leave a comment. We do get those comments. Though we're not a live broadcast, we do get those by the next week, and we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know that you're listening, paying attention. Maybe you don't agree with us. That's perfectly fine with us. Go ahead and leave a comment. You know how this works. You know how the algorithms work. We're trying to get the word out to as many people as possible. And so go ahead and make sure that you like, subscribe, share this with a friend, share it everywhere that you can, and make sure that you stay tuned because we have exciting new podcasts coming again next week. You don't want to miss what we're going to be discussing next week. It is revolutionary, and it's going to be awesome. So stay tuned, and we'll see you again on Made Simple with Kenny Springer and Caleb next week.